In the Air by Hugh Howey. Narrated by Lex Wilson.
Gears whir. An escapement lets loose. Wound springs explode a fraction of an inch, and a second hand lurches forward and slams to a stop. All these small violences erupt on John's wrist as the world counts down its final moments, 1 second at a time. Less than 5 minutes. Just a few minutes more and they would have made it to the exit. They would have been on back roads all the way to the cabin. John stares at the dwindling time and silently curses the fender bender in Nebraska that set them back. He curses himself for not leaving yesterday or in the middle of the night. But so much to do. The world was about to end. There was so much to do. His wife, Barbara, whispers a question, but she's become background noise, much like the unseen interstate traffic whooshing by up the embankment. Huddled on the armrest between them, their 9-year-old daughter, Emily, wants to know why they are pulled off the road. She doesn't need to pee. A tractor trailer zooms past, air brakes rattling like a machine gun, a warning for everyone to keep their heads down. John turns in the driver's seat to survey the embankment. He's pulled off Interstate 80 and down the shoulder, but it doesn't feel far enough. There aren't any trees to hide behind. He tries to imagine what's coming, but can't. He can't allow himself to believe it, and yet here he is, cranking up the Explorer, ignoring the pleas from the fucking auto drive to take over and manually steering down the grass toward the concrete piling of a large billboard. The sign high above promises cheap gas and cigarettes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and they'd have made it to the exit. So close. Honey, what's going on? A glance at his wife. Emily clutches his shoulder as he hits a bump. He waited too long to tell them. It's one of those lies that dragged out and became heavier and heavier the farther he carried it. A tractor pull lie. And now his wheels are spinning and spitting dirt, and the seconds are ticking down. He pulls the Explorer around the billboard and backs up until the bumper meets the concrete piling. Killing the ignition silences the annoying beeps from the auto drive, the seatbelt sensors, the GPS warning that they're off the road. The world settles into a brief silence. All the violence is invisible. On a molecular level, the slamming of tiny gears and second hands in whirring watches and little machines swimming in bloodstreams. Something very bad is about to happen, John finally says. He turns to his wife, but it is the sight of his daughter that blurs his vision. Emily will be immune, he tells himself. The three of them will be immune. He has to believe this. If he allows himself to believe the rest, if he allows himself to believe that it's coming. There's no time left for believing otherwise. A year of doubt, and here he is, that skeptic in the trenches who discovers his faith right as the mortars whistle down. "You're scaring me," Barbara says. "Is this where we're camping?" Emily asks, peering through the windshield and biting her lip in disappointment. The back of the Explorer is stuffed with enough gear to camp out for a month, as if that would be long enough. John glances at his watch. Not long. Not long. He turns again and checks the interstate. It's hot and stuffy in the Explorer. Opening the sunroof, he looks for the words stuck deep in his throat. "I need you to get in the back," he tells Emily. "You need to put your seatbelt on, okay? And hold Mr. Bunny tight to your chest. Can you do that for me?" His voice is shaky. John has seen war and murder. He has participated in plenty of both, but nothing can steel a mind for this.